Let's get this meeting started.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Pastor.
Heavenly Father, we again thank you for such a beautiful weather. You've given us a great time for spring and summer, Lord. We thank you for these leaders before us. We know, Lord, the leaders are not just about authority, but they're about influence. I appreciate the influence you folks have on our community. So, Lord, we just pray that you'd bless them today, give them the wisdom they need to conduct the business.
Thank you. Amen.
I think I when you were putting your flags up.
Was that you? I couldn't see who was that.
I gotta remember something.
That's all right.
So, okay, hey, did anyone notice all those flags on Grace Drive?
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's your buddy across, he lives across from my son.
Yeah, Carl Frank.
Yeah, I think they're all helping him now. They're helping him now. He's getting older.
He's 92.
Yeah, he was in what, Korea? Was that the war he was in?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good guy.
He's still old.
Yeah, we still talk about you when I see him over there. So you got any announcements? Anybody have any announcements?
I got an announcement.
Oh, Lord.
I live down there on Elmhurst in Beechcrest,
Right.
and the last summer, Aqua came through and repaired a lot, put in new lines and brought us all up to date. But what they did, they left our front yard a mess. And so anyway, this week, the crew came back that was subcontracted by Aqua, and they brought dirt, put it on the curbside. I called him and I said, this little pipe sticks up. If you don't get dirt here pretty soon, I'm going to hit it with my lawnmower. So anyway, they come out there and they're checking all the properties now on the loop to get fixed. So they did bring grass, they brought grass seed and new dirt, and fixed it all.
Did you hit your lawnmower?
Not yet. But I thought that should let you know that they are keeping their promises.
Well, thank you, Sue. And let's see, announcements. We got Cassie back. That's great.
She said stay away from her. She got the sniffles. That's why she sat so far away.
Motherhood. Yep, that's great. Okay. Meeting guest. So you're just here.
It's just a board.
Okay. That's
Well,
great.
until we do that, then you're not a guest anymore. So.
Right. Okay. Well, Sue, did you get a chance to review the minutes?
Yes, I did the minutes and I did all that stuff.
I just got to
Well
sign them.
done.
So you're going to make a motion? We
Yeah,
approve?
I move that we accept the minutes meeting.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, Mike,
Yes.
Nick, Sue,
Yes.
motion passed.
Okay, is there any changes on the agenda? Now, what are we going to do about PD?
They just have,
Huh?
they don't have any new business out there, so it's just,
Okay.
yeah, we won't have to do anything. We can just skip it.
Anybody else have any change in the agenda?
I do.
So what do you need?
Under the cemetery,
Okay.
I have an opportunity to go to a cemetery workshop. It's being sponsored by Brimfield Township. And it's training on how to repair fallen stones, how to clean them, and after cleaning, And Broken Stones, it's on June the 17th and June the 18th.
Okay.
So it's $50 per township.
So that'll be cemetery 2B.
Right. Is there any other changes? Okay, well, if that's it, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the amended agenda.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes,
Motion passed.
Okay, I am gonna make a motion that I've signed the purchase orders.
second,
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
yes,
Motion passed.
I'll also make a motion that I've reviewed and signed the warrants.
second,
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, now we got the time for public comments and questions. Everybody knows the routine. Anybody have anything? Howdy, howdy. Well, if you didn't say something, I'd sort of wonder what's wrong.
My name's David Hartman, AKA The Liar. I've had some interesting things happen the last couple of days. Yesterday, I looked out my front window and I saw a truck sitting out there with a trailer on it and two lawnmowers. So I walked out. Evidently, the bank has hired somebody to rehab the house to where it's
Went across from there? Went across the street?
Yeah. And the gentleman walked in the house 2 steps. Walked back out. I'm not going in there without proper clothing.
Is that the one the health department just said it was okay?
Yeah. He has written up a report which is going to go to the bank. And he said probably in the next couple of weeks they're going to get the grass mowed. Just for general information, he also told me that a few other things that were wrong, one of which is when the grass is so tall you can't see the fire hydrant, that's a violation of code for the fire department. I don't know, that's what he told me. But they put a lock on the door, on the front door, which I don't know who would want to go in there in the first place. I did receive a letter from the county, and they said there is no problem with the house. There's no health violations, there's no nothing, and they also noted,
Did they go inside? I mean, I read that letter.
I don't know. I
I think
don't
all
know.
they're doing
I
is-
can't tell you if they showed up. Okay?
I think they just did a walk around. I mean, if I was betting.
I think in the last 2 days, there's no way they could have smelled it out on the street.
I'll try to zip by sometime today.
The front yard's bad, you ought to see the backyard. It's worse than the front yard. I mean, trash.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad the bank's at least finally starting to do something. Maybe that's what it's gonna take.
Well, he evidently has a company that does this for banks because he works for a dozen different banks.
I'll probably just go in there and rip everything out.
So
Start all over.
I don't know. I did get the letter from the health department, and unfortunately, we live in the wrong county because they put down the wrong, the wrong township. They put down the wrong township on it, so we live in Nelson.
So it's just.
Now, I'm taking that letter with the whole letter is a typo.
Well, what I heard on the backside is that Portage County Health Department, who was already short-staffed, is now taking over Kent. And it's something something's passed in the General Assembly or whatever. So they're gonna start absorbing them. So how you make something that's already not efficient, more efficient by taking on more? I mean, the city of Kent has such a hard time with all these students, the rental inspections, everything. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, excuse me, but that's not my problem. I understand what you're saying, but still, life goes on.
I know. I mean, maybe they can learn a little bit from Kent, because they are such an efficient department, the health department. I mean, they're very receptive and they get things done.
Now, I'm gonna shut up here for about 2 seconds. I keep hearing, we can't do anything, we don't have zoning, we don't have this, we don't have that. My one question is 3 letters, why?
Well, and the answer is if we could get limited home rule, we could do a lot of stuff. But we would need a population of, correct me if I'm wrong, John.
You have enough population to be a city.
You have to be over 15,000 for the trustees, but if not, we have to take it to the voters and let them vote on it. Because limited home rule would give us a lot more teeth. You can pretty much do what cities do, but there are things you can't do. But like a lot of people, you're gonna get a feeling that we're gonna try to take away their freedom. But we're just trying to get more teeth. So.
I did a very short walk around my neighborhood.
Can't read it, it's too far away.
I understand that. If you want more, I can get them.
What is this? Oh, this is all for that stuff? I can't read them all now. These
Oh,
are
I
copies.
Whatever. I don't know.
They're like, just to check it out.
Just complaints.
You wanna read them? I can read them later.
Let's read them later because we're pressed for time this morning.
One other question, then I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna borrow a phrase from you, if I may, Sue. Let's keep Brimfield, Brimfield. That was before the Cascades. That was before all these apartment buildings went up. What happened?
People sold their land. They got the
I got news for you. This house, from what I'm hearing, from what I've been told, this house is one. You're gonna get a lot more. A lot of people are gonna move. They're sick and tired of it. Something has to be done.
Well, I mean,
I can name you 5 people right off the top of my head right now that are gonna move because this is ridiculous.
Mike's been doing pretty good with zoning. I mean, he's taken down more houses than generations before, so he's doing good. And I mean, it's a simple fact. Either we bring in businesses to help with the revenue, or we levy it on you guys. And I mean, how much more do you want to pay for taxes? I don't want to pay.
I lived in Copley for 27 years. I can remember going to the corner of Cleveland Massillon Road and Route 18 and watching the cows. Can you say Montrose? We're here.
Well,
And we have no zoning to do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't stop someone from selling their land.
I understand that.
So when they come in and they
But
put
we
a
have-
development in,
We have to have some kind of basis where, who's to say we don't open a junkyard next door to my house?
because we have rules. Mike has rules, there's zoning guidelines, you can't do those things. I mean, there are guidelines in regards to what you want to do. In regards to people not taking care of their house and wanting to move on, I mean, we can't do anything about that, and people beg to get in as well. I mean, we have rules though that are set up, and you can't tell Farmer Joe that he can't sell his property to somebody.
Well, I understand that.
So that's where all the development's coming from, is that we're in an ideal situation right now, but there are rules that we have in place in regards to who would, I mean, when was the last time they were updated? A year ago?
All the rules?
Yeah.
We updated them, we're doing them right now. So
Okay.
there's a 2050 comp plan that we did. We're 2 years on it, and we have a future plan for the whole township. So
Dave, I got 55 acres and I know what it's worth. And maybe too many margaritas.
Well, when it runs 76 through with the 2 exits,
Yeah,
that destroyed Brimfield.
yeah, but it destroyed it for some.
Yeah,
I like that. It destroyed it for some, but
Then you
people
destroyed
that
it.
are moving in,
It changed.
I mean, for every 5 homes you have,
Changed.
they'll be sold in a week. There'll be people that come in and, maybe there's people like you that may be moving to another township to be good. you know, if you want more freedom, but I mean, this is America. And do you realize all the people in the world would fit into the this state of Texas? So, and that's with 300 feet around each one. So there is plenty of land out there for people that want to hug trees and all that. And I like hugging trees, as long as they don't have poison ivy. But, I mean, it's all about choices. So, but we got to go. We gave you more than 5 minutes, because that makes up for the weeks and weeks and weeks you weren't here. So, but thanks, Dave. I know you mean more than well every time you say something. So, any other comments? Okay, police department, Roy is absent today, so we will move on. Fire department, Craig.
Yeah, so for calls for service, as you guys asked, I put those down for 2021, we were at 623, and 2022, we're at 656, so 30 call difference in a year, so we're steadily moving forward on that. As you can see in the past 2 week events, I don't need to read those, that's for your information. And the only thing that's going on, they did put the precast floors on the second floor of the fire station. Then they will pour over top of those concrete additional. So you'll see that work going on. That was what the big crane was about.
Okay. And when's the bell going up?
I haven't heard anything with that.
Okay, I'll stop by and ask him.
Okay. And then I need a couple items for board approval, if you're ready for those.
Okay.
John, are you okay with that
Well,
then?
I guess, is it okay if we just put them back 2 weeks? I mean, it's 23, right? So we still got plenty of time.
Yeah, the only reason I wanted to get the approval for the contract was to get the additional, or the lower steps removed before the new hire.
Okay.
Again, we talked about that in the executive session, and nothing has changed since then.
Yeah, I just give me the copy showing the changes on it, just so I have them.
Do you wanna?
I mean, if you're gonna send them over to me,
Yeah,
Send them
I'll
over to
send
me.
them to you. I didn't send you anything because it wasn't anything we changed from what we talked about.
I know, I just wanted to make sure it was on so we could see it before, because I haven't seen it since we're gonna agree it. I just wanted to make sure.
I'd like to make that motion.
That's fine.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the agreement, the union agreement between the fire department employees and township for 2023 to 2025. So it won't start till January of next year.
Okay, and I will second that for discussion. Is there any discussion?
No,
Good,
as long as I get it sent over, I'm good.
As long as you're on the same page.
Here's 2 copies that need signed by all 3 of you.
By all three?
Yes.
Now, this was all discussed in executive session at the last township trustee meeting.
So you'll just have the rest signed.
You have 3, you have another copy that I haven't signed? Because I only signed 2.
There's just
I
2.
think we had to.
Just 2.
Okay, just 2.
Okay, and then Craig, you want the second?
Need board approval to hire David Purcell, a firefighter, to replace the vacant position that we had open from a retirement. Dave scored the top of our test in the test we gave a few weeks ago. He scored number 1 through our interview process, and he is a Brimfield resident. So it was nice to see that we had an opportunity to hire someone out of Brimfield. So,
Okay.
He's gonna have to get him signed it, yeah.
You gonna make that motion soon?
I would move that based upon the chief's recommendation, the testing and the presenting of this David Purcell that we expect here for Brimfield Township.
Yeah, we'll second that. Any discussion?
No,
Okay.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes?
Sue?
yes,
Motion passed.
that's all I need. Thank you.
Craig. Okay, admin, do you have anything for admin? Nothing? Okay. zoning. Mike?
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
So we received the following awards from Portage County Development Board. Sue is present. Locate Award was Martin Wheel Company, and the Grow Award was Hamrick Packaging System and Sheridan, Ohio. So I want to thank everybody for helping bring that in with enterprise zones and that was a big plus for us. We're going to have a lot of jobs come out of that, and a lot of tax money coming from those. I have several things for the board this morning. One is a request the board to waive sign permit fees for Butternut Ridge HOA. They'd like to put a sign in, and Bill Anderson is here and is asking for the HOA to put it in without fees.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a motion positive that we waive the fee for Butternut Ridge.
Second.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Nick, or Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Then I have actually two requests on the next one. I don't know if you want to alter the agenda or not, but there's actually two requests for this part. One is going to be for the public bid notice, and one is for the construction manager agreement. And Mr. Seberg is here to explain each. The first one is a request for board approval authorizing advertisement and public bid notice for Maple Crest Road project. Mr. Seberg, do you want to go on with that?
So real quickly, part of the reason we wanted to get going on this right away is, I know there is some pressure on Hamrick, although Hamrick currently is kind of taking advantage of the safety valve, but we're trying to get the extension back to Hamrick and make it available for other companies. It sounds like from this meeting, like you might have another one coming on board for the extension. But what we're asking for is the authority to advertise for bid, with the bids being open on June 29, and advertisements are being published June 10 and June 17. And we're looking at a substantial completion date of, I believe it's October 28 this year. So it's an aggressive schedule, but that's what's needed.
Okay. So,
And GBC Design, which actually put together the plans, which was
improvement.
engineer would work with to accept and review the bids.
So right now, we're just authorizing the bid.
Exactly. You have the ultimate authority as to
Yep.
who you award to. And I can tell you, GBC has been extremely helpful in Stark County. They're very professional. We've never had a problem.
So we're moving to, we're gonna have a resolution of authorizing advertisement and public bid notice for the Maple Crest Industrial Road project. And that's what's here.
okay.
So we made the motion here to authorize advertising and the public bid notice for Maple Crest Road project.
Well, we didn't make one yet.
Yeah.
That's your motion? And I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed. Can you work through Mike too to get the rest of those, and then we'll go from and Lauren.
Okay, good.
Do you want to read that number 15?
Which 15? Next one is the,
Yeah, we probably should revise the agenda to include number 15 that's highlighted. It's a request board approval for development.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and amend the agenda under zoning to add, request board approval for development manager agreement. I need a second, Sue.
Second.
Hold on a second. We're jumping around here too much.
Which is number 15 on the back.
So that's the second one you have, Mike, right?
That's correct. Both of them were.
Was that stapled in the back of this one?
Yes.
No, I mean, in here.
Yeah, and I have a copy here if you wanted to.
Well, because I don't have Terry's contract. Did you have, was that was that one in here? I have.
You're talking about this?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. That's 15, right?
Sue.
That one here.
Yeah, Sue's got a copy.
No, is that it? Okay. Sorry, never mind.
Okay, so,
I got stuff.
so we still have,
Yeah, no, never mind. It was down. So we need to move to.
So all this was looked over by the county engineer as well as the county prosecutor's office.
I did the second. So,
Hold on, I'm just reading it down here to make sure we're good. Hold on. So I need, Mike, you made that, or Sue made the motion?
yes, who made the motion, I second.
Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed.
Okay, and I'm going to make a motion now that the board approves a development manager agreement between Maple Crest LLC and Ohio Limited Liability Company and Development Manager in Brimfield Township, Portage County, Ohio.
Sue?
With Joinder and CB.
With joiner of GBC Inc. and Ohio Corporation. It's all here if you want to.
Second.
Oh, yeah,
Okay?
I just needed a second.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Passed. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. Terry, did you want to explain any of that, or do you want to explain any of that, or
I'm sorry,
would you like to explain any of that for anybody, or?
if anybody wants me to, I'm going to get into it again.
Okay.
And
No,
This
last page.
is how we got Sterilite Street, a $4.5 million project. We built it for the village of Navarre for its new industrial development. And Maple Crest is an affiliate of what's called Stark Board of Trade. And GBC was on that project, and I went through this with the attorney from Maple Crest to make sure of two things. One, the township is at no risk of outlays, and two, if anything goes wrong, Maple Crest indemnifies the township.
Okay, thank you.
These are professional.
Nothing's going to go wrong, right?
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
So when do you actually think they'd start?
Well, open bids are June 29, and everybody bidding knows that it's gotta be done by October 28.
Do you think you'll get a lot of bids, or?
I think so, and the reason for is one, GBC and the off Rupert, they have the number of bidders, they'll contact all of them. They should put this on the DX website, and that's another way to attract bidders from central, northeast Ohio. Yeah, they'll get bids. They'll get bids, and frankly, it's in the interest of Maple Crest and Lehigh to get plenty of bids, because you're not at risk monetarily, they are.
Okay.
So,
Well, thanks for coming.
Sure, thanks, Terry.
I just need this in a Word document when
we
you
are.
get it. Okay, all right. Thanks,
Okay, Mike, you got,
Yeah, we could bring it up. Hey, Terry,
Yeah,
the road superintendent is asking, are they going to open bids here?
yeah. It should be, let me double check.
And then you're going to have GBC present for the bid opening as well.
Says and. And the Brimfield Fiscal Office 4121 State Route 43 is that.
We'll have them delivered there, but then we'll bring them down here we just have to send them.
Okay.
And frankly, I think that they're probably going to be submitted largely electronically.
And then just request John Walsh to be here for the bid openings.
I will.
Okay.
I will. John will be here.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So we made progress on 1435 Talmadge at 1203 Door Lee abandoned home violations. Reinspection of 1435 Talmadge was on Wednesday, May 11th at 12 o'clock. We're still fielding and getting some reports on that. The slow one was the health department. We had trouble getting them out, getting the paperwork that needed to happen with that. We do have mediation set up for that on June 9th at 9 a.m. with the magistrate. Sue Fields and I will be present at that mediation. And then 1203 Door Lee mediation is to follow, and I will notify the trustees when I have a date of that one. So we'll find out June 9th when our mediation is for Door Lee.
Did the health department get out there finally?
They did, without us. They didn't notify. So they were supposed to come that day. They told us they were coming the same day as all of us, scheduled the search warrants. Nobody showed up. And then Lauren reached out to them and then they said, well, we can't come till afternoon that day. And we says, okay, get back to us. We'll send police with you, in case there's anybody in the buildings. Never heard anything back. And then we just got notice in the mail that they did but they didn't find any violations on any of them. So. But they've been abandoned. The one is probably 30 cats inside, broken windows, broken doors. There's holes in the floor where you physically walk through the building because you'll fall through. So, but yeah, they didn't find anything.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
Do they just look at it from the street?
I don't know. It was, I can't answer for the health department. It was kind of scratched our heads after that one. We're like, well, there was at least 20 cats, 30 cats in there. But anyways, building department deemed them unsafe and unfit for human habitation. Building department did.
And the health department would,
No,
something wrong there.
Yeah, so we'll go based off the building reports. And then fire was out there as well. So there's safety concerns with that. So.
Okay.
Americana Development, DBA Martin Wheels working on the plans for the new building. They're waiting for this road extension. So I would imagine everything would start popping for them after October and potentially go through the winter for them. And then I have one more request for the board approval for a judgment entry order on 1863 Old Forge.
Now that's the house with all the goats and everything out front?
It is, and I have a copy of that judgment entry here. And that is from Brett Benz. That is an agreement that was made in place with the magistrate. Sue Fields was there in attendance as well at that one. But I'd like to get that approved and get that cleaned up.
I would like to make a motion that we accept and approve the judgment entry and order for 1863 Old Forge Road.
I will second that for discussion. I drove by it the other day and they were ripping fence down.
Yes,
What about the 4-foot grass? I mean,
they're supposed to cut that too. So
well, thanks for doing it.
you're welcome. Yeah.
All those in
Yeah,
favor?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed.
Then the only other thing, just the FYI, of the prosecutor last week, and we did sign another 6 complaints to go to court. So we have 13 complaints in court right now. All of them we're making progress with. One of them was Mike was the Sandy Lake run, construction debris in the back.
Oh, yeah.
So that one is now in court. So I'll get a court date and keep you up to date on what's going on with that.
You're probably getting tired of hearing from you, aren't you?
We'll get it. We got several others too. There's quite a few that have been lingering, but we're getting them.
Well, thank you, man. I know every time I drive down Old Forge, I look to, on my left side where we had that one house that was calm. Now it's nice, pretty grass by where,
Oh, yeah.
the big house used to be.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks good.
We got Howe Road cleaned up too, quite a bit down there on the corner that was rebuilt. And then we have one that was a firehouse for, it's had for the last 15, 20 years. Boarded up and they're redoing that one. And then we sparked some construction on Howe, which was nice because we've got people doing additions and siding and fences and
Yeah,
cleaning
that
up.
one
So,
house on Howell looks amazing.
yeah, it looks really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, what a big improvement from an abandoned house to that.
I mean, have you heard anything more about that house, that old, on Brimfield, about them selling it?
Yes,
Is that still a possibility?
it's a possibility. Yeah,
I'd hate to lose it.
I know.
Someone wants to put some money into it. Okay, well, thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Road department, Dave.
Morning. Hey, I just want to let you all know, we did some work on the cemetery. We had a lot of work there to do in the last couple of weeks. We poured some foundations. We have poured 18 foundations and fixed a couple low markers. Starting today, we started crack sealing the roadways. We're gonna get out there and start crack sealing everything up we can as the weather holds. The tree work right now is on hold for Kuntzman. He had some other projects he needed to do, and we had him tied up here for a few weeks, so I figured that'd work out good. It gives us a chance to talk to a few more residents. As you see, it says the new dump truck came in. Well, it was put on hold again yesterday. It should be in within the next couple of days. There was a few things they wanted to touch up. Hopefully it shows up today. Starting here shortly, in the next couple of weeks, we'll start getting things ready for Touch a Truck at our shop. That's his big event. I got some things that I need board's approval for to move forward with. I need to get the board's approval for Butternut Ridge resurfacing project for Portage County engineers to prepare a bid book to go along with that project. The project right now is estimated out at $282,773.
Okay, Dave, I'm gonna make a motion. Ask the Portage County engineer to prepare a bid book for the Butternut Ridge resurfacing project.
Second,
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed.
This is why I kind of was asking Mike what was going on with the other job. I need the board's approval for advertisement dates of June 10th and June 17th. Put it in the newspaper for the paving project.
Nobody reads the newspaper anymore. Okay, I'll make that motion.
Can't we just do this on one instead of?
Yeah, let's just do a second, we'll be done. Oh, you mean the bid opening and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, we got the.
Yeah, we have,
advertising and then we-
Yeah, I mean, we can put this into one.
because I also need your approval to do a
Yeah.
7:45 a.m. meeting on June 29th trustee meeting for the bid openings.
Okay,
Let's just put those two together. Right there.
so I've already made the motion for the,
We'll leave the first one. A,
Okay, it'll
and put
be-
B and C together.
yeah, we're gonna do, I'm making a motion that we advertise the dates, approval dates for June 10th, 17th, and the board will open those bids on June 29th at 7:45 a.m.
Second,
Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed. Thanks.
Okay, and this is a different one. I need board's approval for moving forward with the OPWC Round 37 Klein Road Culvert Replacement Project for Portage County. That way we can move on with the next section of paperwork. And that project is estimated out at $271,000, which would be a split between us and the OPWC grant for 2023.
Okay, I'm gonna make that motion. We move ahead with the OPWC round for 37 Klein Road Culvert Replacement Project.
Second,
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
yes.
Motion passed. Can I go back to the last one?
Okay.
Dave, did they already have the bid book made? Are we gonna run into issues with the 10th of being get done?
No, they'll have it all ready. This was actually the project that we were trying to get that extra funding back in December and
Well, no,
stuff.
I know, I just didn't know if if the county had the bid books ready yet. Because we're just approving them to put a bid book together, and I know that's why we have Terry here right now, is because they couldn't do them. I'm just worried.
Right. No, these are projects they've been working on, so
So
they
their
should
bid
have
book
the
should
bid
all be
book.
done?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's where we've all flooded the county with a bunch of these projects.
I know, I was just worried about the date that we had out here, even though we're just telling them today on the 1st to get it ready, the 10th, that we're gonna advertise it. I know how big of a fight they put up with Maple Crest.
Right. No, I've already had the discussion with the county, and
All right.
they'll be
Okay.
ready.
Thanks.
I want to go back to number 1 where it says worked on the cemetery. And I just want to give a big thank you to the road crew and Rochelle and the people that helped make the Memorial Day service the way it was. I was over there Thursday and Friday and had some issues come to my light for the company that's doing the mowing. So they came back on Friday and took their weed whackers and cleaned it up a little bit better. And I talked to one of the older workers there and told him that I was not a happy camper and that I had seen where some of the markers or the big stones had been moved from the foundation, which clues me that they're hitting them with the lawnmower. And so I told the worker, I said, next week I'll be calling the owner of the company and having a discussion. And he said that he would get a hold of the fellow over the weekend and talk to him, the owner, talk to them. I said, well, good, you get him ready because I'm going to be calling. So I figured today or tomorrow, give him a call and further let him know that I think that they could do a better job.
Remember, this is the same complaint that Denny Linton had
Yeah.
about what's going on. So, if you want to talk to Denny, he can let you know.
Yeah.
Remember I talked about the
Well,
election.
I spent like 5 hours over there Thursday and Friday, and I scrubbed some of the poop off of some of the things, the monuments, cleaned it up a little bit. And I realized our road crew don't have that time in their schedule to be washing and scrubbing. So hope it rains a lot. But anyway, I just think that those people that are mowing need to take their time a little bit better, do a lot better job of it.
Well, they're just whipping through there.
The what?
They're whipping through there.
I know, they're just, I watched them, the lawn mowers are just, and you can't do that. That's disrespectful. Plus, it's a poor job. But the Memorial Day service that Rochelle pulled together, I thought it was very good. You were there and saw it. It was a very good program on her part, very good planning.
I'll go back to mowing the cemetery.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Dave, and thank your crew for all the work.
Yep.
All the work that they did. And we appreciate it.
Okay. Well, Sue, let us know when you talk to the owner.
It will be today or tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, Dave, Estes, so you said the guys did get out there, right?
Yeah, they got out and tried to trace it, and they couldn't trace it.
They couldn't trace it? How far did they get?
They got about 150 feet.
So what's the next plan?
The next step, I'm working on, I have to go talk to a title bureau thing to get some more estimate things on the distance. And right now, Mike William was gonna survey it and stuff for me, but I have to come up with these other records to help him out, so. We're working on that, because right now, it may look like the project's gonna be about 2,500. So it's gonna be a big hit.
Okay, well, what do you think's the timeline?
I'm not gonna put a timeline on it, because she's gotta dig into some old records and everything else, so. That Mike William couldn't find. He said this lady's really good at finding extra stuff that most people can't find, so.
And we got that big pile of dirt sitting there. We gotta
I
do
mean, I can
something.
go fill the big pile of dirt in today. I mean, he's worried about that. I mean, but
Do you need it open?
no, I can close that now, because the parcels we're working on is not gonna change anything.
Well,
now.
maybe that would be a good idea. I mean, if you don't need to be in there.
No, we can go take care of it. But that project, we're probably gonna end up bidding that project out, and it's gonna be probably a bid opening project too. It's gonna be a very expensive project.
Okay. Well, just so we keep in contact and let him know. I mean, it should have never got that way. I mean, this has just been years and years. So we gotta get it rectified somehow. So next week or next meeting, please let me know where we're at.
Okay.
Or let the board know where we're at. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, road department's good.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Cassie.
Hello, everybody. Long time no see. First thing on my agenda is I am back from maternity leave, so happy to be back. Erin did a really great job of holding everything down while I was gone. Everything seemed to go pretty well. So I want to commend her for that and thank you to everybody who helped out while I was gone. So thank you.
Whatever. Get closer to the microphone over there.
Sure.
You have such a soft voice.
And so I just want to touch base on past programs and stuff coming up. So on the 20th, Erin had a seed starting program that was a partnership with Let's Grow Together Coalition. They're a nonprofit that works to get kids together out in gardening. She actually used to be an intern there, so she said that went really well. And then last night we had one of our guest speaker programs last night with Nick. And then our upcoming programs, this Friday we have our rescheduled concert with SB Music. It's a rain date from last week. They do classic rock, so I will be there for that. And then next week we have American Steel playing with Mr. Mike Kostensky. And then on Saturday the 18th from 11 to 2, we have our Touch a Truck event. And then on the back counter there, we do have a full calendar of our events too, if anybody wants to pick one up. Brimfest updates, I'm trying to jump right back into everything. So I'm making sure to put all the down payments on the attractions for Brimfest, and we're working on getting all of our permits for that right now. And then Erin's been working on all the advertising and all that stuff. So that is underway. And then I received an email last year. I applied for the Pet Safe Barkclear Park dog park grant. We were a finalist, but we did not receive the grant last year. However, I received an email from them encouraging us to apply again this year. So I will be doing that as well. So hopefully that will go well this year.
So we're going to have a concert Friday at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Yep. 6 to 7:30.
Okay.
Okay, and we're on the 9th?
Yes.
For some reason I wrote the 10th, but I think it should be good. What day is the 10th?
10th is, so you're
Friday.
Or the
Thursday.
9th?
9th is Thursday.
Thursday? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and our band, there's no cost to the township.
Yep.
There's a certain restaurant in Canada sponsoring it. The dirt mounds over there, have you noticed, they haven't even been touched.
I haven't been over there yet this week.
So when's their deadline?
Yeah, there's 30 days.
So what would be the cutoff?
I have to take a look.
If you think about it.
I think it was after the last trustee meeting, I think we sent it on a Friday.
Okay.
Probably received it on a Wednesday, so probably have another 3 weeks. maybe.
Okay, and if he doesn't do anything, what's our next step?
Take it for
Okay.
Can we just move it back over to the allotment and dump it in the middle of their street? Since he kind of did that to us.
it. Good. But he did send a text to
Dumped it on our
an
property.
action email and said that he was gonna take care of it in the next 2 weeks. So, let me see what it is. Said we'll be attending to the dog park either late this week or next week. We'll keep you up to date. So,
And that was from this week.
yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay, well, Cassie, if you see someone over there, let me know.
All right.
He sends 2 guys with shovels. Call me. We have a problem then. So, I mean, yeah, they even gonna be able to plant dirt in some of that? Looks like clay and stuff.
It looks really wet.
Yeah, it's all like wetland stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where they pulled it from. I'm assuming they pulled it from Raspberry Circle because that's the only thing that's excavated out over there. And that was kind of wet, you know.
Well, okay, well, thanks, Cassie. It's great to have you back.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, John?
Ryan's part.
Oh, cemetery, sorry.
Don't miss the cemetery.
Yep.
You know, those are the quietest, nicest, most nice people I've ever worked with. So, anyway, the Rootstown Township, the Rootstown Historical Society is going to have a cemetery workshop June the 17th, which is a Friday, which is all day. And then Saturday, June the 18th, half a day. And all the needed supplies will be provided. But it costs $50. I would like to go. And so that's why I'm asking you all to approve that for me.
I'm going to make a motion that we approve Sue Fields attending the cemetery workshop in Rootstown.
And I'll second that.
You know, those in favor, Mike?
Yes,
Sue,
Yes.
motion passed.
thanks for going, sir.
And we had four new cemetery deeds that came in since the last township trustee.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
Yeah.
Okay, we signed those, we're all good?
Yep.
John, when you want to talk about money, how are you doing?
Give me 1 second. All right, I need to get the 2022 second half advance.
I will second that, John.
Mike,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
motion passed, thank you.
Okay. Well, that was a quick meeting. No executive session. Any other comments before we shut them?
I have
Uh-huh.
final order with the dog park. Appears to me it's all to the way. They're gonna push it off. I really don't see much growing in it. So I'm wondering whether they need to put topsoil on top of it just to be able to get grass to grow.
That's what I was wondering. I mean, it doesn't look healthy to me.
I mean, you know, they.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were taking it back somewhere. There's leaving it there.
I think they took it off. What did they say, they're gonna grade about privacy?
They were gonna grade it off for lichen and plant seed on it, so.
Did you look at the soil?
No, I haven't paid much
Can
attention.
you look at it and let us know what you think?
Yeah,
Why is that their choice to do that? I mean, that's our land over there.
right, but with the miscommute, but when I was talking to him at that point, it was, I mean, you can make the choice to tell them to take the damn dirt away.
No, I mean, I guess, they just said they would spread it out to their liking. I mean, it's.
Well, to our liking, not their liking, to where we want it dozed off, if we have them doze it off, it'll be up to what we feel. If we like it, fine, if we need more done to it, then they'll do more.
So that's what you guys approved to do that, or, I mean, I don't know. I don't want it to be spread out and then nobody approved it at all. Mike and Sue.
Well, I don't even know how it got there. I mean, by the time you saw it, it was all done.
They only had, yeah, they had 2 more loads coming. So when we finally seen it was coming, it was already dumped whatever amount of loads they were dumping.
I know, I agree. I mean, if there's just clay and we're not gonna have nothing but a washout from now on. I mean, Kathy, tell me what you think.
Yeah, I went and looked at it. It
You think
looks,
it's all clay?
you can see like the reeds and the cattails coming out of it.
I believe we need to do more of these.
They'll probably have to put some topsoil down then, otherwise they're not gonna get anything to grow.
Yeah. And that area, we had some programs planned, like insect hunts with all like the tall grasses and stuff, so it might be an issue.
Yeah,
Mike, what's your suggestion?
I could give them a call with Dave after the meeting and tell him he's gotta throw some topsoil down.
Well, who approved that they could dump all that there?
Nobody.
Well, then why wouldn't they move it? get it out.
Well, I sent him a violation letter for doing it. And then Chad Murdoch sent a letter from trustees to him as well. But the letter states to just rectify it to Dave's satisfaction. And I think Dave was okay with just grading it out and seeding it. So I didn't intervene at that point.
Right.
But if it's all clay, we know I'm gonna go on clay.
Well, if you put topsoil on top of it, it'll see.
As long as, so it's up to date.
It is.
Well, then why don't you require their name to drop X amount of topsoil on top of it as well?
Well, we just went with whatever we discussed, a month ago on this thing, so.
I guess I thought they were coming to pick it up. I didn't realize they were.
No, they were just gonna dose it off.
Can you get some of that topsoil from the cemetery pile?
There's no topsoil.
We have topsoil down at the nursing home they can grab.
Oh, that's right. We got that mountain down there at the nursing home.
But then that'll cost all that money, our township to do it, so he should.
No. I mean, Wyman could go pick it up and truck it out.
Is Wyman the one down here at Maple Crest?
No.
Are they doing another project for us?
No.
Do they have any plans of doing any other projects for us?
They were gonna do where Redwood is right now, behind the cemetery.
Yeah.
But they sold it off, or Redwood bought that.
That just, I mean, if they dumped it in the town square, I mean.
Yeah, the only
We
thing
can just say
that,
sorry, and we have to spread it out. I mean, I just think that.
the only
bullshit
thing that
they
Wino
do.
has at
The whole
town
thing's
development
bullshit.
is Cranberry Creek. That's the only thing that they have.
They say that again.
The only thing they have is Cranberry Creek. That's the only thing Wino had. So he had the 4 phases of Cranberry Creek, but
But I mean, I don't mean to be a jerk about this, but he's not, his only reason he has to spread it out. But if he took that dirt instead of putting it there and dumped it up by the fire department, would we have just been saying the same thing? Just go ahead and spread it somewhere and hey, we tell him to come get it the hell out of there and move. Who the hell are you dumping it here?
right, but
And I
we just.
guess I don't know why we're so easy on him right now, dumping all that.
Well, so from a zoning standpoint, I'm stretching it. I mean, we just got them for dumping. That's it. So at that point, the remedy is up to, who would be in charge of the parks and the grading there. I
Well, I don't know. I mean, Craig, if they dumped it in the fire department right now, what would happen?
I would tell them to remove it. It's not my problem.
Well, so I mean, I don't know why we'd have to go anywhere other than come get your damn dirt out of here.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I don't care if they remove it or they degrade it, but it's not the choices of mine, So that's up to Cassie, Dave, Parks. That's not mine. If they want it removed, we'll issue a letter saying remove it.
Yeah.
Well, I would almost have to push it from the board. If you guys want to remove it, I'm gonna remove it.
Cassie, what do you want?
Yeah, it'd be my preference to remove it.
I mean, I would say just remove it for the simple fact of who the hell are you dumping it there? So
Yeah.
come move it,
Okay,
you know?
then if we have them remove it, then we have to have them reseed it, because everything's gonna be dead underneath, right?
That's just,
So do we need to amend the agenda?
no, yeah, if you wanted to,
Huh?
yeah, under roads.
Under roads?
Well,
Under parks?
I guess it would be under either one. I mean, Dave.
That really is not under, it's a
So-
dump off, it's off my right, it's a township park, so.
So I would say that you probably have to have Chad revise his letter as well.
Okay. But now what if they start messing with it before the next trustee meeting?
I believe Chad's letter superseded mine because there wasn't much teeth in the zoning.
So the
There really
board can
wasn't
make
for that.
We can make a motion to have Chad redo his letter
Mhm.
and then to send it out.
Yes,
So we want the soil removed.
yes.
By July 1st, I mean, if we tell them that it'll be sitting there for.
I think Chad gave him 30 days initially, so.
Okay, so this next letter would supersede the other one.
Mhm.
Okay, do I need
We need
to
to amend.
amend the agenda? Yeah, I'm gonna amend the agenda for Cranberry Creek dirt dumping. And also, we'll need a second,
Second.
and then I need, oh yeah, you want to ask for a vote.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Then I also want to have another agenda item, placing no dumping signs at the entrance of all parks.
So that would be under parks as well. So that would be 2B, 2A, no dumping signs.
But since they are close to the road right away.
Because we're just doing the agenda right now, then you're gonna have to make. Yeah, but they're parks.
Okay.
So, well, that's, now we have to make the motions. We just amended the agenda to include those, so. So then your first motion is gonna be to get rid of the dirt, or move to have Chad send another letter telling them to remove the dirt. Is that what you want?
Right. And reseed.
To Wino?
And send the letter out.
Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Motion passed.
And I will get a hold of Chad.
You will?
Yeah.
Sorry, open that can of worms.
No, I mean, I was thinking about that before. I'm glad you did.
Okay, and then the next motion will be to ask the road department to put no dumping signs at the entrance to every park in Brimfield.
Mike, do we need, those at the cemetery too? Do we have no dumping signs there too?
Well, I don't know if that's considered, are we considering that a park or that's a cemetery? Do you want one? Dave, do we need one?
I don't think you
Too many
need
people would be,
cemetery.
I'm afraid too many people would be making jokes about that.
Sure.
There are gonna be jokes about the dog park, you can't dump it.
That's so funny. But we have to, I mean, because Roy came out and said that there's nothing he can do,
No sign you can enforce.
so we have to.
All parks and cemetery.
We need
Don't we have something on the other rules and regulations?
Use that there.
Isn't there something on the rules and regulations side that we used to have?
Don't put it on that cemetery.
No, I'd tacky.
You second it.
Yeah.
She didn't yet, okay.
I just don't want one at the cemetery. I think that's tacky.
That's fine. Okay, all those in favor, Mike?
Yes,
Sue? Sue?
she said yes.
Oh, I
Did you say yes?
Mhm.
Okay. We just don't put one at the cemetery.
Okay, motion passed.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna make a motion to end the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor, Mike?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
We are adjourned at 9:02.
Okay, well, I got a hold of Chad.